This week, we finish our trip to Shenandoah National Park. Today, we will be hiking to Hawksbill Summit. After a very early start at 2:30 in the morning, we had everybody loaded up and headed for the park. We had hoped to make the summit at sunrise, however, the trail proved to be more challenging than we anticipated. We missed sunrise by about 15 minutes. Once we reached the top and took in the views for a little while, we decided it was time to eat some breakfast. We enjoyed donuts and apple juice, watching the sun peek into the valleys below. We chose the lower Hawksbill Summit Trail. It is 1.7 miles long round trip and has 690 feet of elevation gain. The upper Hawksbill Summit Trail is only 2.1 miles long and is rated easiest by the Park Service. It only has 570 feet of elevation change. If we were to do it again, we would choose the upper Hawksbill Summit Trail. Here is just a small example of what the lower Hawksbill Summit Trail was like. After our early morning hike, we decided it would be best to go for a ride, so we headed down to see Mary's Rock Tunnel. After a stop at the visitor center, we headed toward Big Meadows for a picnic lunch. After lunch, we headed to Dark Hollow Falls Trail. It's a 1.4 mile round trip with 440 feet of elevation change. By this point in the day, it was getting very warm, so the cool water in the falls was very refreshing.
The Limberlost Trail is ADA accessible.
compliant, yeah, whatever you want to call it.
It is paved, it is flat, it is a little over a mile, so our two little troopers who have done phenomenal are getting to sit back and relax. We actually had to wake them up to put them into the stroller for today. I believe this is one of the easier hikes at Shenandoah.
Yeah, it's I think it was 1.3 miles. It's a loop. Actually, we're gonna go in right here and we'll come out right over there.
So Ella, what was your favorite thing that we've done at Shenandoah?
Everything.
Everything.
Except not get to have the milkshake.
Except for not to get to have the milkshake. I am disappointed in that myself. Ella and I have been reading a book when we started it early this summer. We were hoping to finish it before our trip, but we didn't get a chance to finish it. The book is Bubba Jones' Adventures in Shenandoah National Park, and it's Time Traveler, yes. It's book number 2 in a 4-book series. And in the book, they talk about getting blackberry milkshakes. When we were doing some of the research and reading articles on Shenandoah, one of the top 10 things to do was to get a blackberry milkshake. The one wayside store that sells them, they have not opened yet from shutting down for COVID. And the gentleman at the store, the manager, not running the shop, but kind of running the camp store part of it, said that there's another wayside store, but he can't guarantee that they have it either because of supply issues, the syrup to make the milkshakes. So, what was your favorite hike, Ella?
The Hawksbill Summit hike.
Really? That was your favorite?
Uh-huh.
Why was that your favorite?
Because there's wipers and rides up and down.
Alright. Caroline's a little tired after our last hike adventure that we went on. We walked down to a waterfall about 1/8 of a mile, and then we had to climb back up, and it was a little challenging for her, so she's a little tired right now.
Yeah, the moderate hikes seem to be a bit much for Caroline. She's able to do them, but they definitely tucker her out pretty quick. So in case you were wondering, the stroller that we're pushing, it is dual purpose. It does fold down flat when we're traveling. We normally fold it down flat, but there is an arm underneath it that we can flip out, and we can actually hook this onto the back of the bicycle so we can pull it with the bicycle for longer bike rides as well, where their little legs don't quite keep up with the 7 to 10 mile longer bike rides. So
It also has a canopy, rain cover, bug net.
But for today's purposes, we're gonna treat it like it's a convertible and enjoy a little bit of a breeze, I guess. So
this is probably the flattest trail that we've ever been on at Shenandoah. So it's kind of a nice, easy, relaxing walk. A lot of the trails that we've been on have been very hilly, very steep. We did not get to do as many trails as what we had anticipated, but we had to kind of game plan after seeing what Jeremiah and Caroline were able to do and how long it took us to do some of the walks. So we had a much larger list of trails that we wanted to do, but changed our mind once we got here and kind of narrowed it down a little bit more.
The last hike we would like to share with you is Stony Man Summit. It is rated easiest by the National Park Service. At 1.6 miles round trip and a modest 340 feet of elevation change, it is an enjoyable hike. The views of Skyline Drive from Stony Man really put into perspective the amount of work that had to be done to make this a national park. Our family greatly enjoyed our trip to Shenandoah National Park and look forward to returning in the future. If you have visited Shenandoah, what are your favorite places? Please leave it in the comments below. We invite you to comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. We hope you enjoyed your time with us as much as we enjoyed our trip to Shenandoah National Park. Until next time, make way, USA.